There are rumors spreading that Beyonce is in a really dark place right now. Some people are even saying she has thought about ending her life and has made plans to leave the United States with her children. This could explain why she's been pushing herself so hard lately, doing back-to-back tours, dropping new albums one after another, and launching multiple businesses from her Adidas clothing line to her hair care products, perfume, and even a whiskey brand. There have already been whispers about her wanting to divorce Jay-Z, but it seems like she's planning much more than just a separation. Allegedly, she's looking to do what Russell Simmons did, move to a country that doesn't have an extradition treaty with the US, so she can't be forced to return once she files for divorce. The reason? Jay-Z's name is expected to come up when Diddy's legal troubles go to trial, and Beyonce reportedly wants to be far away when that happens. According to some sources, Beyonce was allegedly involved in some questionable activities with Diddy, and Jay-Z played a role in getting her involved. There have long been rumors about Jay and Beyonce attending wild, exclusive parties with Diddy, and those stories resurfaced recently after rapper DaBaby's interview on Club Shay Shay went viral. In that interview, DaBaby hinted at something shocking. He explained that he once went to Diddy's house for what he thought was a private meeting. He didn't know Beyonce and Jay-Z would be there, and it was his first time meeting her in person. According to him, Beyonce walked up to introduce herself, but something about the way she did it felt more like flirting. That's when he realized this meeting might not be just a casual business discussion. A few minutes after he arrived, Diddy reportedly cleared the room, leaving only DaBaby, Beyonce, and Jay-Z inside. That's when things took a strange turn. Beyonce allegedly started touching DaBaby, even putting her hands around his neck.
I say I was at a party at Diddy crib in LA. This was the beginning of 2020. You know what I mean? And, Diddy had put everybody else out the crib, like the influx of people, he had put them out. But he had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me.
Right.
So he had put majority of the people out, but he allowed me to stay in there.
Mm-hmm.
Me and, you know, maybe about 15 others, you know.
Right.
Jay-Z and Beyonce being, you know, two of the other 15 people in the room. So that'll just put into perspective of the type of company I was in
right.
at the moment, you know. And she came over and introduced herself to me like as if she had to.
Right.
Beyonce, cut it out. But I'm a big fan of your work, you know what I'm saying? Whoop the whoop, and that was just dope. That was dope as hell to me, man. That was dope.
The details of what happened next remain unclear, but the internet was in chaos over this interview. This all went viral right around the time Diddy was arrested, which made the claims even more explosive. Many people were outraged, accusing Jay-Z of dragging Beyonce into a lifestyle she didn't want to be part of. Some even suggested that Jay had been pimping her out and that this meeting with Diddy was just one example of that. Things got even messier when people started digging into the past and found more disturbing claims. Some sources allege that Jay-Z has been physically abusive toward Beyonce and has kept her under the influence of substances to control her. Over a year ago, a man named Uncle Ron, who claimed to be Beyonce's former bodyguard, made some serious accusations against Jay-Z. He alleged that Jay was keeping Beyonce hooked on substances as a way to manipulate her, similar to how Diddy reportedly controlled Cassie by constantly giving her drugs. Uncle Ron's claims were shocking enough, but what happened next made things even more suspicious. Not long after making these allegations, Uncle Ron suddenly passed away, and all the videos he had posted about Jay-Z and Beyonce mysteriously disappeared from his page. But that didn't stop people from talking about it. Soon after Uncle Ron's death, singer Jaguar Wright also spoke out, repeating the same allegations that Jay-Z was keeping Beyonce drugged up to control her. One particular video of Beyonce added fuel to the fire. The footage showed her at a basketball game with Jay-Z, looking completely zoned out. She could barely keep her eyes open, and her head kept tilting from side to side as if she was struggling to stay awake. At the time, her team claimed she was just exhausted from rehearsals, but a lot of people weren't convinced. Then there's the issue of Jay-Z's alleged physical abuse. This rumor started after Beyonce's former assistant spoke out in an interview with Media Takeout. Although the interview was later deleted, it made waves while it was still online. The assistant didn't say she had seen Jay-Z outright hit Beyonce, but she claimed he had a habit of being rough with her. She recalled seeing him shove and push Beyonce multiple times. At first, she thought it was just playful, but she noticed that Beyoncé always looked embarrassed when it happened, especially in front of other people. One time, while they were in Saint-Tropez, Beyoncé's reaction made it clear that this wasn't just harmless teasing. It was something deeper. With all of these claims and rumors floating around, people are now questioning what's really going on behind closed doors in Beyoncé's life. And if she really is planning to leave the country, it raises even more concerns about what she might be trying to escape from. I've been Beyoncé's assistant and friend for a long time, and I've always wanted to speak up. But I never felt like it was my place. Now I realize this is no joke. The way Jay-Z treats her is not how you treat someone you love. He acts like she's an object, not a person. For years, Beyoncé and Jay-Z have kept up a perfect public image. People had a hard time believing any negative rumors about them. But recently, a source close to Beyoncé has come forward with shocking claims, and things seem to be worse than anyone imagined. According to this source, Beyoncé has been struggling with serious mental health issues because of the extreme control Jay-Z and certain powerful industry figures have over her. She reportedly wants to quit music and live a quiet life, but they won't allow it. Since she is their biggest moneymaker, they push her to keep working against her will. The source claims that industry insiders have been whispering about this for a long time. If you remember that big award show where Beyoncé's bodyguard chased after her, it wasn't just random. Allegedly, she has threatened to leave the country multiple times. She is tired of the pressure, the control, and the people who make every decision for her. They're scared she might leave suddenly, and honestly, they have every reason to be. Beyoncé is reportedly suffering from depression and has had dark thoughts about ending things. Her team claims they're worried about her well-being, but in reality, they're more concerned about losing their biggest source of income. They have managed to keep her under control for years, but it's becoming harder. She's at her breaking point, and it seems like she's ready to fight back. The source also revealed that this explains why Beyoncé has been pushing herself so hard lately. She's working nonstop, launching businesses, and going on massive tours because she's trying to reach a specific financial goal. Apparently, Jay-Z and his people have been secretly taking money from her, and now she has to work even harder to regain control of her finances. She's even demanding a full audit of her money. The truth is, she doesn't want to keep working like this. She's exhausted, mentally, physically, and emotionally. She has been doing this for decades, and all she wants now is to rest and live life on her own terms. But the people around her, including her family and record label, won't let her stop. She didn't even want to go on this latest tour, but she's doing it for two reasons: to earn enough to finally break free, and because she's being pressured to keep going while she still can. That's why ticket prices were so high, why she's suddenly expanding her businesses, and why she's quietly buying property outside the United States. Lawsuits are coming, her money isn't adding up, and she's scared of being trapped in this cycle forever. More than anything, she just wants peace. She wants to step away from the spotlight, but the people around her refuse to let that happen. And if you think this is just a messy rumor, the source also claims that Beyoncé is being extremely careful with her exit plan because she fears something even darker. She believes that if she tries to leave, they might take her out, just like they allegedly did to Michael Jackson when he tried to escape from industry control. Beyoncé has always looked up to Michael Jackson. She knows what happened when he tried to break free, and she's terrified of meeting the same fate. That's why she's making quiet moves, setting up a plan, and ensuring that when she finally disappears, she won't be forced to return. If she suddenly cancels shows or starts spending more time overseas, just know it's not just for fun. Believe what you want, but if all of this turns out to be true, remember this moment. Of course, everything is alleged, so we can't just assume it's all fact. But people are starting to believe it, especially with everything going on between her and Jay-Z. Fans have been sharing their thoughts, and many seem to think there's some truth to it. One person said, "I believe it. I think she wanted to leave after Lemonade, but she couldn't because so much is tied to Jay-Z. She's stuck." Another person added, "Jay-Z himself once admitted in an interview that Beyoncé locked herself in a room for hours playing the same gospel song over and over. That tells you a lot. Not everything that glitters is gold.